Okay, what we're doing is getting closer to the final touches, and this is what we do. We cut strips of carpet, and we wrap them around the corners. So my job here is to cut these strips, and then Lauren and Emily are inside wrapping the corners. If someone's gonna get hurt on the wall, most of the times it's right at a corner. They take the corner too quickly and they get cut or hurt. So we're gonna be wrapping all the corners with carpet, and then all the walls themselves, say this is a wall, we'll rub up against. If we're getting splinters, there's a nail sticking out, I'm gonna hammer those nails in or cut them off. Take a sander like this here. It's too dangerous. This is our actors area, but it's still too dangerous, so we're going to be ripping this piece off and hammering any nails in and sanding all the edges down. So just to make it a little bit more safe. Alright, so I'm in the final clown maze hallway and putting some visqueen together. Start from here. Now, the way we did this, the wind's blowing it up open, but this is a dead-end hallway right through here. We want people to come to kind of be forced to think that they're this way. So we put this light white visqueen here. We're gonna put some arrows here and some arrows here pointing this way. And you're gonna come down here, and you're gonna be scared of the dead end. And if you come back, and they see back here, the arrow is going to be pointing this way, and they're going to make their way through this wall. Now, when you layer visqueen like this to make a door, I suggest that you put 2 layers up and then stagger your slices. So we have in the first visqueen just 1 in the middle, and the second one in the back we have 2. If you went ahead and put 1 more slice in here, then there's no point in putting 2 layers up because it'll come open. And this has the illusion of it being closed off, and not the way to go. So I'm going to just trim off this extra. We were using this visqueen from 3 years ago. So just visqueen is nice and easy to slice and work with. And it's pretty much every hunter knows. And we'll take some spray paint and continue to spray through here and into the rest of the hallway. So, all right. Well, I found this side of the road and thought I was going to put it in the room with the falling wall, but with a piece of metal conduit, we're going to light tap pretty loud. So good hard hit. Actually pretty shocking. So we'll put this piece of pipe somewhere in the room where Tom can come over and he's going to be able to bang on it as they're sitting here being tortured. And I have it tied to the wall so it can't be knocked over. So that's going to be one of our scares, and it kind of somewhat fits in here. Alright, just for testing this spike light that I got, I hooked it up to the Lightorama so I can dim the switch, and I've got lamps on my computer. Anyway, and I wanted to kind of let you know, this thing is freaking bright. A lot more brighter than the $10 one I got last year from Lowe's. So it's definitely worth the $8.50 it was. However, it is not really dimmable. As you can see, it dims a little bit, but you have to get down to like 2% on before it gets even low. So it's not really a dimmable. It's just on off basically. So if you're looking at one for Halloween and you want to use it for Lightorama, or if you're looking one for Christmas, this is not going to be a dimmable LED, which I didn't suspect it to be, but I think there are some out there that will dim. Okay, well, I am doing some programming since I have some free time, which is unusual. What I'm doing now is I'm setting the static lights for the entire haunt. This is the third Lightorama box. There's no sound to this programming. We're going to be operating the graveyard lights, which is going to resemble the moon, in my opinion. We have the front porch, we're going to have the kitchen light, the dungeon lights, and the well, the dungeon lights is what I mean is the jail cell light, um, and that is pretty much gonna be it for this, unless I think of something else. But when you went to if you're doing Light-O-Rama programming, you would just do File, Open, do File, New Animated Sequence. And when you open the new animated sequence, it's going to ask you to name who's making this, how many channels you're going to be programming, how long you want the program to be. I made mine an hour long, so it's going to repeat 4 times. What do you want your timings to be? And then just click OK, and it'll automatically generate your grid. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one because I don't want it. Now what I've done is they have the fade tools, which you can play with on when it's fade up and fade down. Okay, and as you can see, if I play this, you can see the front porch light is going to somewhat shimmer. Right, that's the ultimate goal. That's going to be the same for the kitchen light as well. Now the graveyard light is going to be a long fade in from 40% to 80%, and then back out to 40%, and then and out and in and out through the entire sequence. This is hopefully going to simulate clouds. I'm going to put the light way up in the trees so we have some shadows, some breakage of the light, and with it fading really slow in and out, will hopefully give you that eerie sense that the light is moving, or there's a cloud coming through, or something to that nature. So that's the goal. We'll be able to see how the real effect turns out until later on tonight, but that's what I'm working on right now. Like I said in an earlier video, if you just YouTube searched Light-O-Rama tutorials, it'll tell you everything you possibly can know about the YouTube programming. What I'm doing here is, when I created the timings, it was a fixed timing grid, and it put the grids, it put the lines in that I couldn't change, I couldn't subdivide, which I would need to subdivide because the next section I'm doing is the jail cell light, and the jail cell light will be flickering and then coming on for a few seconds and then kind of flickering again and then going off. Because the grid was not the way I needed it to be, I needed smaller timings. I had to go into the edit menu and go into timings and then switch the timing grid. I created just a new timing grid with no hash marks, and then by selecting a line, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's no timing grids in here, it's just one big open bar. You can come in here and hit subdivide timings. We're going to start with a large number like 10,000, and you can see it put 10,000 equal lines in this hour-long program. Now, since this whole line's categorized, I need the hash marks, I need the tick marks closer. I'm going to go ahead and subdivide this again, and let's see, subdivide timings. I'm going to put 8 in there. This will put 8 individual timings in each section, each bar. And there you go. Now this quick timing here should be enough for me to get the flicker effect that I need with this jail cell light that I'm going for. So you want to keep in mind, what you're doing and what you can do. I just wanted to kind of let you know, because this bulb is not going to be fading in and out or anything. It's going to be basically on off, on off, on off real quick. So we needed those quick subdividings to make it do what I wanted it to do. Alright, well, I've got the programming done that I needed to with the Light-O-Rama system. Now I'm putting together the video for the queue line, and basically what it's going to be is music videos, Halloween themed music videos, and I'm going to be recording something which I'm kind of delaying doing on when it comes to our safety rules and regulations coming into the house. That's going to be playing every few music videos, but if you remember, if you've been following, I've been worried on how I was going to be able to get the videos to play, because 3 years ago I was easily able to download the music videos, and I was going to put a camera pointing at the screen and record it that way and do a lot of work. I actually found a way to
to download the music, the YouTube videos. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you now, what I'm doing, and then hopefully, if you guys need to do this, uh, you'll know what I'm doing. So basically, I'm going through some old music videos I posted years ago. When it comes to I used to just post every day a new Halloween music video. So let's just take this one. The Devil Went Down to Georgia. So I'm going to click on and open the link. Oh, that one doesn't work. I'll have to find a new one of those. Let's see. How about Werewolves of London? Alright, so I got the music video. I'm going to pause it, bring it back to the beginning, and right up here, in front of the word YouTube, right in front, I'm going to put SS, and hit enter. Now, it's a hit or miss of which ones will let me download or not. And it takes you to saveform.net. Here's the video, and you can select what format you want to download. Now I'm doing MP4, and actually this one's letting me download it. So I'm downloading it. Now I'm moving this into my music video file or folder. And if I wanted to play that, just double click that, and there's the video on my computer. Only takes a couple seconds. It seems to be working, and then what I'll do is I'll just make a playlist and convert it over to DVD if I'm going to be playing off a DVD, or I don't have a computer. I'll have it on the computer, just have it looped. So some of them work, some of them don't. For some reason, like the Michael Jackson Thriller, it wouldn't let me download it. So I'm going to try to find another version of it somewhere and see if I can download that one. But the one I had, it wouldn't let me download that one. So.
Alright, these LED lawn stakes that I got for $8.50 at Home Depot, since they're not dimmable and they're too bright to go into the haunt, I'm using them for our queue line light up lights like that. Once it gets dark, we'll flip them on and make sure they're pointing in the right direction, but they're not going to get hot, and they're actually quite bright, so I think these two will be more than enough light to fill up the front yard. So I just got a bungee cord around, tying them up, and then we run the extension cord. Well, I put just a 30-watt light bulb up in the tree up here. Probably have to reconfigure it, remove it, have to move it. It's up in that palm tree there. I've got it up on top of one of those branches so it kind of blocks the light. It might be too much or too obvious. It might not get the effect I'm looking for. But it was actually quite difficult to get it up where it is now. So when it gets dark, I'm going to test it out and see what it looks like. It might be fine. We'll find out. And then get that light done, get the programming done. Just got to run the speakers. Hopefully I'll get to that tonight. And then I've got this. I told you I was going to hook it up here. Extension cord up and around and powered up those lights. These lights here, there's nothing on them, but we're going to have to extend this one more strand. We're going to put a few clear lights here. It's going to be timed to the dark room. It's the indicator light that should tell the ticket taker when to send the next group from there into this porch. These lights will probably be on for about 20 seconds. I'm going to put a couple here just to kind of light the path. We have to put some lights right here over the step. If not, build something up so they don't trip over that curb. So everywhere you look, you always got something else to do. So well, it's late. It's late for me. It's 10 o'clock. And went out and tested the Lightorama system, the programming. Everything seems to be working okay. We have to put some more lights in some of the rooms, like the kitchen and the graveyard area doesn't have enough lights. So, but the effects that we have are working good. And then the blinking in the jail cell is a little too quick. It's not giving the full effect, so I'll just slow that down a little bit. Easy fix. I was going to film it out there, but probably wouldn't be able to see it as good. So once I get it to where it will, if I get it, once I get it fine tuned, I'll show you the video. And you know, I had a baseball game tonight for my son, and I am feeling like crap. And it is Monday, and we open on Friday, and this is like the worst time to get sick. So hopefully it'll be out of my system, you know, quickly. So I'm gonna upload this video, get it all edited out, hopefully tonight, and try to get some sleep because I got a long day of work tomorrow, and then a baseball game tomorrow night. So not gonna be too much work on the haunch. And we're getting close. The guys came over today and they did finish the compressor work and some of the other lighting that we needed to get done, and a spark cage. I guess we'll call it the spark cage, which I'll show you what that is in a later video. So appreciate you watching. Make sure you like us, subscribe to our channel, and come by if you're local. So anyway, good night.